Hi, I'm Tati, and this is the super random book tag. So this tag was created by Megan from Head Over Books, and she is also the one who tagged me to do this tag, so I will leave her video linked in the description. This tag is full of really cool and original questions, so let's get right into it. Question 1 is color crazy. Pick a color that matches your emotion when you're reading your favorite book. So when I'm reading or rereading a favorite book, I of course am happy and excited and nostalgic and giddy kind of. So I guess I would match that with the color yellow because yellow is like a sunshiny happy color. I also thought of purple for this question, however I think that's just because I usually read or reread my favorites in my room and everything in my room is purple because purple's my favorite color. Question 2 is favorite movie. Pick the best book to movie adaptation. This one is really hard because I like a lot of book to movie adaptations. However, one of the best ones is probably Catching Fire from the Hunger Games. Number 3 is favorite song at the moment. Say your favorite song at the moment and pick a book that you feel is the same as that song. So a song that I'm really liking at the moment is Like to Be You from Shawn Mendes and Julia Michaels. And I actually picked 2 books that I thought could go with this song. One is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, and the other is Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Cho. If you've heard this song, let me know in the comments what book you would pair it with. Number 4 is book slump. Name a book that put you in a reading slump. I actually think it's been a while since I've been in a reading slump, which is great for my reading goals, but not so great for remembering what books put me in a slump. I'm going to go with Always and Forever Laura Jean by Jenny Han. This was such a great book. Plus the end of a series I really enjoyed, and I just didn't really want to pick up any books directly after reading that. I don't know if this counts more as a book hangover than a reading slump, but that's what I came up with. Number 5 is book shopping. Name a book you spent way too much money on. For this one, I'm going to go with this collector's edition of Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now, as far as I can remember, this actually wasn't that expensive because I got it at Target, so it was either like $15 or $18, I think. However, I have never actually read this book, so I don't really have a reason to want the collector's edition, but I was sucked in by these red page edges. Number 6 is Empty Pockets. Name a book you want, but you don't have the money to buy it. For this one, I'm going to go with the Fangirl paperback edition. I saw this in the store the other day, and I love the green page edges. However, I just can't justify buying it when I already own the hardcover edition of Fangirl. Plus, I'm kind of on a book buying ban because I have so many unread books on my shelf. Number 7 is The Golden Trio. Name a group of friends. And because this is The Golden Trio, I'm assuming it should be a group of 3 friends. However, I'm having kind of a hard time coming up with books that have a group of 3 friends. I'm gonna go with Violet, Klaus, and Sunny from A Series of Unfortunate Events. I know they're technically siblings, but that's the best that I can come up with. Number 8 is Memories. Pick your 3 favorite books. It is so hard for me to pick favorites. I'm gonna go with The Darkest Minds, The Hunger Games, and Truly Devious. Number 9 is Never Ending TBR. Name a book you want to add to your TBR. One of the last books I added to my TBR is Again But Better by Christine Riccio, and I am so excited for this book. I also really want to read 5 Feet Apart before the movie comes out. Number 10 is Oops. Name a popular book that you haven't read yet. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I'll get to it eventually. Number 11 is Rainbow. Name a book that gives you all the feels. I have to go with Fangirl again for this one because it's one of my favorite books and it's also written by Rainbow Rowell. Number 12 is Movie Night. Name a book to movie adaptation that you've binge watched. Now, there isn't actually a book to movie series that I've binge watched because I usually watch the movies as they come out. However, I do want to re-watch all of the Hunger Games movies in one sitting. Recently, I did binge watch Marvel's Runaways, which is on Hulu. It's a series adaptation of the Marvel Runaways comic book. Number 13 is Sweet But Sour. Name a book that is sweet but is also sour in some way. For this one, I'm going to go with A Whole New World by Liz Braswell. I would say this is a sweet book because it's a retelling of a classic Disney story, Aladdin. However, I would also say it's sour because it's a twisted tale and it's much darker than the original. And number 14 is OMG No Spoilers Please. Name a book you've been spoiled for. The Last Star by Rick Yancey, which I still haven't read. And now I'm going to tag some people. Avery Loves Books, Wild Book Garden, Jaded Reader, and Bibliofilth. And that was the super random book tag. Let me know a popular book you haven't read yet in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a like. I try to upload a new video to this channel every Friday, so subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye! This tag is full of full Red Queen. Who wrote this? And that was the tag. Nope. I don't want to say that before I tag people. There we go. We're done.